Samarkand is famous for its stunning blue domes and massive mausoleums. But when you walk through places like Shah-e-Zinda or the Bibi Khanim Mosque, you find a world defined by silence and perfectly preserved tilework. These monuments offer a view of the Silk Road's history, but they represent a city that has largely become a museum. To find the city's current reality, you have to look for the crowds. As this map shows, the Siap Bazaar sits directly between the most famous historical sites, acting as the physical link between them. This central hub serves as the daily agricultural and commercial nexus for residents. It's where the modern economy actually functions. You enter this world through 3 massive blue mosaic arches. Passing through them at sunrise is a sensory transition from the quiet of the past into a chaotic working market. It is the closest a modern traveler can get to the atmosphere of the ancient trade routes. The first encounter inside is the smell of the bread stalls, a heavy, constant aroma of toasted sesame and yeast that fills the air before you even see the local vendors. Rows of women manage these displays, presenting stacks of Samarkand's famous lepeshka bread. This bread comes in over 17 varieties, sharing a specific anatomy, a thick, oil-brushed crust and deeply stamped center. Local legend claims it never spoils, making it the ideal ration for merchants making long treks across Central Asia. Moving deeper into the bazaar, the smell of bread gives way to the sharp, earthy scents of the spice and dry goods sector. The trade here is massive in scale. You'll see towering, perfectly aligned pyramids of dried apricots, raisins, and almonds, all harvested from the surrounding region. Beside the fruit are conical piles of ground spices, including barberry and other regional staples that define the local cuisine. These stalls function as a living link in a continental trade network that has operated here for over 1,000 years. Beyond the daily staples, the market houses an entire section dedicated to the specific, intense sweetness of Central Asian confections. You will encounter 2 main items: dense, nut-filled blocks of halva on the left and jagged, translucent navat sugar crystals on the right. Halva symbolizes blessing for weddings, while navat is the standard sweetener for hot tea. This is the practical application of these sweets, served in slices alongside a bowl of dark tea to welcome visitors. In Samarkand, the act of sharing these local sweets is how residents express the long-standing tradition of welcoming strangers. To truly experience Siab, you have to transition from a mere spectator to an active part of the market's daily ecosystem. This flowchart maps the standard sequence of an exchange, moving from initial etiquette to the final transaction. The process begins with a smile and a nod before taking photos. Vendors will actively invite you to try their goods as a social icebreaker. Only after this social interaction does the bargaining begin. Using small denomination cash is the most effective way to finalize a price. This is the exchange in real time. Notice how the vendor maintains constant eye contact with the buyer, turning a financial transaction into a social one. In this space, haggling functions as a mandatory ritual of human connection and mutual respect between the buyer and the seller. For a visitor, the goal is to know what to buy in the bazaar and what to save for later. This guide separates the inventory into 2 categories. The bazaar is for resilient goods like spices, nuts, and sugar. These items are easy to pack and survive international travel. Expensive or fragile crafts are better left for specialized boutiques. Carrying delicate ceramics through the dense crowds of a working market is a significant risk. High-value items like these Suzani textiles require a quiet environment to inspect the quality of the embroidery, which the busy bazaar stalls cannot provide. The value of Siab Bazaar is the realization that the ancient trade routes never actually stopped functioning. Stepping inside means you aren't just visiting a static historical site, you're actively becoming part of its vibrant, ongoing story.